Let's finish up with the horns and then saving our work. Right now we've got the notes for the horn section right here in a track. They are of course gray because they don't have an assignment yet, so let's go ahead and assign an instrument to it. So we'll bring in our Reason rack here, multi-channel plugin, instrument, Reason rack plugin, and there we go, and we're already authorized because we logged in with our username and password when we brought in the first Reason rack. And here we're going to go back to the source folder for this lab and drag in the horn combinator. So there we go. And just drag and drop, and there is our horn combinator right there. So we'll scoot that back to the center, scoot that up there, bring our mix window back to the center there for us. So there we go. All right. And let's see what we've got inside. Inside we've got an NXT sampler and a digital reverb. So let's go ahead and close our mix window. Let's drop right there where the horns are. I'm going to solo this track. And you can see that I have MIDI notes coming in because it's getting note-on messages, but there's no sample loaded into the sampler, so we'll have to fix that. Let's stop playback while we do that. The best way, there's a couple ways to do this. You can click right below Init Patch and see what comes up there. It may or may not populate it with some horn patches or be the last thing somebody worked on. I find the best way to browse is right here where it has this folder icon, right where I'm pointing right there. And I'll click on that. It'll bring up the browser on the left-hand side. Now, because we are working with the NNXT sampler, it already brought up the browser for the NXT1. You can see right up there. If we wanted to bring up all the instruments in the NNXT, let's just go ahead and click on it right here. So I just backed up one. I'll just click on the instrument for which I want to browse patches. And there's the NNXT sampler. And you can see now it brings up their top, just a basic sampling of, well, here are the things that people choose the most. And then from there, there are subfolders of all the different sample categories you might want to get into. So I'm just going to go to brass here, and I'll just say horn section for this, and I'll double click, and that'll load it up there. So let's go ahead and check out our horn section, see what we've got. Okay. If I don't like that, I can just go ahead back to the browser, and I can load up, let's try brass section. Okay, see how that sounds. Maybe a little bit better for this, vintage track that we're going after. Okay, let's add a little reverb to it. I've already got a reverb patched in. If I flip the rack, I've got it running as an insert, send, return. So here I'm sending out of the mixer into the reverb, returning back from the reverb into the mixer, and all I have to do here is just turn on my auxiliary send and blend in some horns. Okay, it's got a little bit of a mix going. Overloading my mix bus a little bit there, so I'll just go to select all my tracks right there, bring them all back just a skosh, get rid of that, hide that, and I'm good to go. All right, so that's my Lab 6 Chameleon. The next thing I'll of course do is save our work. So we'll start here with the horn combinator where we were just finishing, and we'll go to the floppy disk icon, save patch, and it'll bring us up right to the folder that I have on the desktop there, our source homework folder. So last name Lab 6, horns combi, and we'll save that. And then we'll save our bass subtractor and our bass combi. So we'll go ahead and close that. Bring up our mix window again. Click on that Reason rack. Plug right there. There's our bass combinator. Again, save patch. And let's do the, let's show our devices first. There we go. And we'll do the combinator, or do the subtractor first. Save patch. And bass, and it's got the .zyp there. Okay, so that's good. And now we'll just do the combi. And good to go there. And we'll save our Pro Tools session, so Command S for save, Command Q for quit. There we go, and there it is on our desktop, all good to go. And so all we have to do, and of course you've already hopefully renamed your Pro Tools project folder, source project folder, and the source session with your last name as per the instructions. And of course there are the PDF instructions to give you all the details for all the settings for everything here. So we'll just close that and turn it in. So go ahead and compress. And we're good to go. All right. That's it for the Chameleon Lab.